RuPaul and Blondie. So, I met love. Jeremy was 15 years old. He came from New Jersey. He was on the streets in New York City. He was 15, about 90 pounds, super shy, cocoa-colored skin and blonde hair, but just frail, I don't know, 15. He was a young drag queen. My friend Jenny, who I was staying with, who was a shaved-headed dyke just like myself at the time, was doing a film on street youth in New York City. And she had met Jeremy. She had interviewed Jeremy. And him being so excited about the upcoming Wigstock, she sort of took him under her wing for the upcoming week, because Jeremy had a lot to do. Now, Jeremy was very excited about Wigstock. Like I say, he had his wig. He had a nice blonde, that girl wig. He had his open-toed sandals with his 1-inch heel. But he needed a dress. Oh, Jeremy had to have the perfect dress. Okay. So he needed to shop. Now, with Wigstock in town and the heightened presence of all the drag queens, there was also a heightened presence of the haters. Jenny knew this, and for her concern about Jeremy, she asked me if I would take a turn escorting him to his cab when he went to shop. I was like, sure, I'm a yes girl, yeah. I don't know, I had no idea what was I really getting into, but no worries. Now, Jeremy came out one day with his wig and his sandals, and he had on a little halter top and some wonderful little striped 60s retro pants on, and I was going to escort him out to his cab. We didn't have far to go. We had to go a few blocks over to Houston Street. So, down the stairs and out we go. And as soon as we get out the door, the catcalling just happens. Like, over here to the left, it's like, oh, mamacita, mamacita. And I look over, it's like, whoa, young kid like 12 doing this and like his uncle or something. But it caught the attention of the guy across the street, Mr. Beige Dude, like beige shirt, beige. But he's like, oh, my, oh, yeah, you want to be a girl? I'll beat your ass like a girl. I'll treat you like a girl. I'll kick you. And I'm like, whoa, let's go to Houston Street. So we're hastening our way, but Beige Dude is following and screaming at the top of his lungs. And I'm just like, okay, we go to Houston Street. He's getting so much attention that there's a guy across Houston Street. Now, Houston Street in New York City has 6 lanes of traffic. And this guy's going to kill himself getting across to spit on Jeremy. He's got to, Jeremy, rain some hate on Jeremy. I'm like, okay, we get to Houston Street. We turn the corner to get to the cab. I'm like, there's the cab. Yay, put him into the cab. But 2 more guys walking right up to us, and they're just like, and I'm like, whoa, okay, into the cab goes, and the commotion just stops. That was definitely all about little Jeremy and his wig and his sandals and halter top. And wow, like Jenny said, the heightened drag queen presence was bringing out the heightened hate. So, Now, my mama knew when I was 2, 'cause I peeled off pretty dresses demanding denim blues, decked out with cowboy vest and boots. That's right. Kept my hair short in a pixie or a page. Certainly never grew me for strutting on a stage. But somehow, you know, she thought I might putty up a little bit with age. And I did. Still, I get it all the time. Standing in line. Honey, the men's room's over there. Then some giggle. Oh. And then some uncomfortably wiggle. And some get that glazed over stare. Oh, what you see, it ain't wrong. just little old me with my little old song. And I may not be a lady, but I'm right where I belong. That's right, you know, I may not be a lady, but I'm right where I belong. That's right, I may not be a lady, but I'm right where I belong, with wires and all kinds of stuff. And that's kind of how I thought about Jeremy. I mean, he may not be a lady, but he's right where he belongs, with me and all my friends. Okay, so Wigstock is here, and I was quite happy that there were going to be more of us with him. If just getting him to the cab was anything of what we were going to have to go through, well, there you go. So there's going to be 3 of us. It's Jenny, myself, and our friend Sean. Sean is a poet from California, a nice big rotund of blonde mane. She's a big girl, voluptuous, and she's wearing some nice high heels and yoga pants and stuff. You know, me and Jenny are just our little shaved head dyke stuff. Jeremy has found his dress, so he's got his wig and his sandals and a very nice, just simple sundress, white, with a big old 1-foot daisy on the front, yellow, and he's adorable. Okay, so we're on to Wigstock. Now, Tompkins Square Park is much farther than just getting him to the cab. Like I said, I'm glad there's 3 of us today. Jenny knew the thing. Jenny knew what to do. Jenny was going to lead us there. She knew the route she wanted to go. So here we go. The 4 of us. Little Jeremy and us. We head out the door. And it kind of starts as soon as we're out. Oh, yeah, we're getting a crowd. We're getting a crowd. Oh, man, it's getting kind of thick. Yeah, they got to rain that hate down on Jeremy. We're getting a real crowd. And, you know, it's like we've gone a ways, and it's getting so thick. Oh, my gosh. It's like 10 feet on all sides of us, these men. And they're actually climbing up and down cars now just to keep raining. You bitch. I'll show you what it's like to be a woman. I'll fucking kill you. And I'm just like, whoa. Oh, my God, you know, and it's starting to really slow, and I'm like, oh, my, we're not going anywhere anymore. And Jenny's like, take your shirts off. And I'm a yes girl. Boom, and I take my shirt off. She takes her shirt off. Jenny and I are bare-breasted. Sean's down to a lovely black bra and, like, green sequins. Okay, but we've got room. I don't get it, but the tits are there, and we've got room. And we are making moves. Okay, we're on the road again. Jenny's tits are just leading. And we've got motion. And it's kind of sloughing off. And it's kind of sloughing off. Oh, my God. And it's just like, oh, my God. Rain. Sloughing off. And here's just this ocean of love appearing before us. All these drag queens being escorted from every which block with their escorts. And I don't know, all of a sudden it's just wigs and costumes and tattoos and piercings and Blondie and RuPaul and love and smile and laughter. And Jeremy just disappeared. Love said, let me have one of your beers. Love said, let's go spread some cheer. Love said, everything's all right. Love said, let's take each other through the night. Love said, hold on to me tight. Love said, let go with all your might. I never saw Jeremy again, but I met love getting to Wigstock. Thank you. All right, just make my way over. Cool.
So many ways.
I think I'm wired up.
Let's take a seat.
I know.
I've got drinks ready, I've got the candles lit, and I've got the daisies.
This is lovely.
Thank you.
What I definitely, I'll take this off. The daisy's much better. Cheers.
Cheers. But also a good idea to reuse, reduce, recycle.
Exactly. So, all right.
Drink to that.
Cheers to love.
Cheers to love.
And the Love Carousel. Love it.
Carousel,
Right
yes,
on.
3rd episode. So exciting. Any words to describe, like if you could condense it into, a few words, Wigstock, like, it sounded like the promised land.
It was so interesting, and it was like a great thing. It was just perfect for me. I mean, just to witness that and to be a part of it. It went on all day. I never did find my shirt, so I was just topless the whole time, and that was the thing. I mean, that was, I don't know, you know.
Yeah, it was the motif.
I mean, and everything was just so. There was just no conformity at all.
Yeah,
And
I like that.
in that manner, that was the love, because just it didn't matter what anybody looked like.
Right.
I mean, or was wearing. It was just about the day and everybody just expressing, and
Yeah.
I don't know. And it's just, there's something about being around drag queens too, especially back in those days. I mean, they're just so brave. There's no hiding who you are. I don't know. They were just really, you know, doing it when, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
And it's just costumes, and I don't know.
sounds like major glamour, just like everywhere.
Total
you turn.
glamour, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I actually, a while back, well, I come from a small town, well, not very small, but small-minded town.
I come from a small-minded family.
Yeah. I come from
that's terrible. I shouldn't have said that.
Don't worry, we can edit that out.
Thank you.
So
They're not.
I come from a small town where it's still very, well, small-minded, and actually was out, this was years ago, out with some friends, having a few drinks, and we passed by this gay bar, and, you know, they actually were escorting a couple of the drag queens out. I guess maybe something had happened. And I stopped and I paused, and they were like, they already knew, they kind of had this like, what are you looking at? Like, they were already putting up this wall. I was like, I know you from somewhere. I went to school with you. I love your makeup. And they were just like, oh, okay, yeah, I know you. So it's just, it does take a lot of bravery. And, you know, I really, truly appreciate like what they're doing. And even nowadays where it's a little bit more accepted, I still think it takes a lot of
because that's even, you know, I mean, I mean, just being gay or lesbian is still not. My father, as much as I do know he loved me, he was never able to embrace me.
Yeah.
So love was elusive for me, because having to actually recognize that somebody can actually hate you but love you.
Yeah.
Like express really bad things, but like you actually know they love you, and you really know they love you because your family's going, yeah, he loves you, goddammit, you know. So, you know, so exploring love became almost like a mission for me, if you will, because there has to be.
And I think it's a good thing that the community, for the most part, you know, the LGBTQIA community is just so accepting and inclusive, and you know, we're always like, you know, as allies and members, we're always just trying to like make sure everybody feels safe, you know. So I completely get that. And I was also wondering whatever happened to Jeremy.
I don't know. It's just, he really, you know, that's the thing. He found his tribe, you know, there. I know that's what happened. He just, you know, I spent that week with him just like, and he barely ever said much to me. But literally, we never saw him again that day. So I think he just disappeared he had found his family, and and I really do hope he did. I mean, but literally, and it wasn't the days of, you know, cell phones, so I don't have any pictures of him or anything.
Right.
It's just like
one picture.
But that's just of the Guardians, the escorts. But he's not in it, and it's like just all this. But he was so pivotal to my just seeing a huge slice of life.
Yeah.
And you know, just seeing how these, you know, just. It was just such an experience, because like having to watch all the drag queens being escorted, like from every, you know, just coming in from every vein.
Right.
But they were all, it was just huge. It was great. And Blondie that day just kicked it.
Oh my gosh.
And RuPaul, well, I mean, I don't know, just the whole day was just incredible. So.
Man, that sounds like something I would have loved to have been to. I was a toddler at the time, so that's really my place.
Right on.
what was I going to say? He probably took off with your shirt, is what I'm guessing. 'Cause you never
No, he
saw
had no
Jeremy
need for
or the
my shirt. My old ugly T-shirt, my motorcycle ripped up T-shirt probably.
Oh.
No,
kind of-
but I did like. Okay, here's the other thing that did happen. Like, I didn't have my shirt, and I was standing there, and because of all the gender fluidness going on, somebody did tell me I had a very nice boob job. I'm like, so they kind of thought I was a dude with a boob job,
These
and
little
I'm.
things.
It's like, actually, they're mine. Thanks. Whatever.
Nice. I guess it's a good
I don't. It
compliment.
does. It's
Yeah,
just what happens.
Yeah.
I don't. Nothing's good or bad.
I guess-
It's just what happens.
Yeah, you just don't dissect
That was just a guy on a bicycle. You
Yeah.
know, whatever.
it. So, we're looking at your albums. How many albums do you have out in total?
I think I put 6 out here, about like 10 or something. I've worked on, and I've worked on a lot of other people's stuff too.
Oh, really?
But these are some of my faves that I've kind of put out, and
Yeah, I'm looking forward
Got
to
some-
snagging some of these.
okay, right on. Yeah, please. I hope folks, you know, it's all available on CD Baby, and I tell you what, like if you buy it, I would just love it. It's also available, you know, to stream. You know, if you
On
listen.
those.
Some of it is. I got tired of putting it up because you just, as an artist, I don't know, didn't seem almost even worth it to put it out there. So most of the stuff I make now, I can make so much more just selling one CD.
Yeah.
So I just I don't know. So I'm sort of in this. I'm not really. So some of it's out there, and
Right. You're right.
some of it's really not, and I'm not. I don't know.
And
But I'm,
it's-
yeah, always still doing stuff. So.
Oh, constantly, right?
Right.
I know you also do like parties and weddings and stuff.
Oh, certainly.
Yes.
Yeah, because I play jazz. I'm really good, really getting good at jazz scatting.
Oh, yeah. yeah.
I'm having a good time. Yeah. So.
I've heard a little bit of that from previous
Okay, that's right.
performance.
Okay.
I think so, where you were like a one-woman band.
All right.
You do. I mean, you do everything.
I'm trying to work into a one-woman show. I'd really, at this point, really, I'm going to start looking for sponsors because I'm trying to. I'd really like to take it onto a stage, and like get some support, like
Right.
some like. So I'm actually starting to sort of hit people up, like businesses and stuff,
Yeah,
for
and-
some sponsorship because I just need some advertising at this point.
And you do have a website.
I do.
Which is
mjtorrance.com. So mjtorrance.com.
MJ Torrance. That's TORRANCE.
ANCE. Yeah.
.com.
Yeah, and you can
I-
even email like mj@mjtorrance.com if you want to email me. There you go.
Maybe we can zoom in on that.
Right on.
Yeah. So I definitely took a little look at your website. Not too much because I think it was like right as I was getting ready for work. So I could only look at it so much.
Right on.
And I was driving most of the day, but as you do in Austin,
Right?
drink to that.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, I'm looking at all this, and I definitely feel, not to judge an album by its cover, but I definitely feel that there's going to be a lot of like evolution throughout all these.
Uh-huh.
So which one is your first?
So the very first one is this one, Take Me Round,
Okay.
black and white.
Yeah.
Very singer-songwriter. Did it with a wonderful friend of mine, Brad Siegel, here in Austin. And then that kind of led into just, I started playing with other bands more, but I was still doing a lot of songwriting. So this led into sort of, this one is Sparks from a Live Wire, which was the basis for this album.
Oh, right.
So everything did just kind of fold into each other.
Right.
And then both these two color albums were recorded with this great guy, David Zychek, in a little place outside of Waco, Texas.
Oh, right.
We had so much fun doing those, and they came out great. So they're still self-produced, and I don't have some. I have another EP. Then, yeah, I don't know. Then I did some of these little EPs recently here in Austin. Not so recently. I have another one called Sing True and one called Liberation.
Right.
And did those with some really cool cats in the studio. They came out lovely. Yeah, so it's just all evolving. And it's now evolved into what this is my diary. And so I do episodes. So now I tell a story and I throw in some tunes.
Yeah, I remember specifically your one woman show where you were playing drums and keyboard,
Mm-hmm.
and you told this journey of like, you know, love. We had the
Right on,
sunset
yes.
on the beach in the background.
Yes.
That one moved me. Like I was like teary eyed at the end of it because
Yay.
you. Well, I don't know if it's a spoiler or not, but you actually talk about how it kind of led up to your son, right? Or-
My. A friend of mine's child.
Okay,
yes, being born. Not mine. I don't have kids,
okay.
but yes.
I interpreted it that way. I guess because I applied it to myself. Cause
Gotcha.
he's actually in the audience right now. Maybe he'll
But
come up
yeah.
at the end. But that one moved me, and I was just like, you know, when it.
Cycle of life.
Yeah,
yeah, and when it really comes, like when you got the old, and then when you're holding a new baby, yeah, when that just,
Yeah.
that just,
Definitely, it definitely like moves something. It unlocks something in you that just says like, this is it. Like this is love. You know, this is everything.
I know, and it's inexplainable, right? It's just
Yeah.
that, that's what is so, it's like love, you know it, but there's no, I don't know, yeah. It's just in the air, it's everywhere, it's the energy.
Yeah,
And
it's
yeah.
a force, like I was saying.
It's love, L-U-V.
I had one question that I was gonna try and save because I wanted it to kind of like be the last thing on my mind and on the viewer's mind. With all this, you know, talk of love, hate still exists. What's your advice on haters, like on dealing with them or not dealing with them?
Oh man, I mean, all I can do is almost every day work on my own anger. So, you know, it's just, I'm never gonna really understand it. Like, I mean, you know, it's really hard for me to understand that my father couldn't get over it. I mean, this is really what we're dealing with. That people get so indoctrinated with what things are, and it's just sad to me that, like, you know, I don't know. It was just.
We just gotta
Are we done?
Oh no, we just gotta let the love in ourselves. We got about 10 seconds left, and I don't know if my son wants to come up on camera.
You want to get a little love up here?
Oh.
I don't know, but I don't have any vice. That's the thing. I mean, just
work on yourself.
it's a journey, man.
Yeah. I think we're just about done. But
And who is this lovely
this
man?
is Saul,
Hi,
a
Saul.
little baby.
Right on. How are you?
Pretty good.
We're just about to come off the air, but I thought I would introduce you up.
Do you have any advice on love?
Not really.
Not yet. But we're just gonna be off in a few seconds. But I
Well,
thought I
then-
could say,
I met love getting the wig stock.
I met love.
Thank you. Right to go. And he's dancing off the air. Cool.
That is definitely my son.
Thank you. That was fun.
So much.